I'm assuming everybody can hear me, or if anyone is there, you can hear me. So I am going to crack on. Just want to welcome you all to this session again. I hope you enjoyed the last one, and I hope you enjoy this one as well. So you're going to use a chair as well tonight, like we did the last day. And I have one thing here. So I'll do some demos with this band, and if you can purchase one of these, it's very useful when you're working out on your own. So first thing we're going to do is do a little bit of a warm-up, and then do some exercises, and then have a cool down. Okay, should take about half an hour or slightly longer maybe, and I hope you enjoy it. So the first thing you're going to do is make big circles with your ankles. You go one direction first, and then you go in the other direction. And then we do the same with the other leg. So circles in one direction first, and then circles in the other direction. So a lot of this class is based around the chair, the same as I did the last time. So now sit yourself forward a little bit and make big circles with your hip. And then go in the other direction. Take the leg out first and then bring it back in. Always try and sit up nice and tall when you're doing this as well. Don't slouch. And let's do the same on the other side. So big circles. And then same back in the other direction. Okay, sit up nice and tall, hands out in front, but not pushing too far, and just very easily just go from side to side. All this is here at your waist. Try and loosen out a little bit. Okay, so now I want you to interlock your fingers, press your hands out, and then reach, but reach from your back. So if I go from the side, we're here, we'll just reach and pull your shoulder blades apart. So big stretch outwards with your shoulders, stretching the muscles that are right between your shoulder blades. A few more seconds. It's quite a nice stretch. Now come back up tall, bring your hands up overhead, and try and get your elbows behind your ears. Again, you're sitting up nice and tall, nice tall posture here. Elbows right up behind your ears. Now do your best. If you can't get that far, just get as far as you can. Bring the arms back down, shake up your shoulders a little bit, and let's do it again. Reach, 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 all the way up. Nice and tall, and relax your shoulders. Okay, so grab your chair and pull against the chair a little bit and hold that. So pull your shoulders down a bit, and sitting up tall, I just want you to go side to side, but keep pulling against the chair. Just as big a movement as you can possibly make. And come back in the center. Again, keep pulling against your chair. This time go that way. And remember, every time for all of these, you're sitting up nice and tall. And again, same to the other side. Nice and smooth to the other one. We'll do a few more of these. And back and relax. Okay. Shake everything out a little bit and loosen it up. You can relax your hands now for this one. I want you to make a big circle and then go back in the other direction. Go one way first and then come back. It's not generally a good idea to do repeated circles in the one direction, so we change every time. And again, the circle you make should be as big as possible. And relax. Okay, shake up your hands. Okay, so let's do some exercises. I want you to lift your leg, and I want you to keep your knee in the exact same position. I just want you to straighten the leg out and then bring it back down, but don't let the knee drop, okay? Just reach, squeeze at the top, then come back down, and again, squeeze at the top, and come back down. So if I do it from the side, your knee is here, reach, squeeze, bring it back down, but don't let your knee drop, okay? Again, reach, then bring it back down, again, reach, big squeeze here, squeeze right the top of your leg, and back down, and again, squeeze, bring it back down, squeeze. Again, do the best that you can do with this, by the way. If you don't have full range of motion, that's fine. Just work through the range that you have. We'll do a couple more. Reach, and back down, and again, reach. We do one more. I have no idea how many we did. And relax. Let's change legs. I can't talk and count at the same time. It's one of my failures. Other leg, lift the knee, do the same thing. You can hold your knee in position here if that helps. Again, straighten it right out, and then bring it back down. And again, reach, squeeze at the top, and back down. And again, reach, squeeze at the top, back down. Again, I'm going to turn to the side. Make sure the knee stays at the same height for the whole thing. And how tight you squeeze here is important. Squeeze as much as you can. And back down. And again, squeeze. And back down. And again, lift. Back down. Squeeze. Back down. And again, a few more. Reach. Back down. And again, reach. And back in. Okay. We're going to change back to the other leg. You're going to do a similar exercise, but as you reach, you're going to rotate as well. So the last time we just did straight up, but this one, as you reach, you're going to rotate. Okay, so same thing, all the way up, and then rotate. Again, squeeze at the top, and back down, and again up, rotate, squeeze, bring it back. Let's go again, lift, rotate and squeeze. That's getting you right here. This big muscle here is very important for your knee. And again, squeeze, and bring it back down. A couple more, squeeze, back down, and again, rotate, 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 back down, and the last one, up, and rotate. Very good. Let's change legs again. So the other one, here we go. Lift, rotate, and bring it back down, and again, up, twist, squeeze, and back down, and again, up, squeeze, 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 and back down, and again, lift up, rotate, and back down. Again, make sure you're sitting up nice and tall here. You're not slouching. We've got a few more to do. Squeeze, 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 bring it back in, and again, squeeze, and the last one more time, squeeze, squeeze, and relax. Okay, shake out your legs a bit. Okay, so we've done some work on the front, or the top of our thighs today. So now let's do some on the back. It's going to look like the same thing, but the thing you're squeezing is the opposite. So for this, the one we just did, you were squeezing here. The next one you're going to squeeze is the bottom. So squeeze the whole way down. Come back up. Again, the knee stays in the same position. Squeeze this muscle here. The one underneath your leg, squeeze. And back up. I'll do it from the side. So out here, you're squeezing here. And back up. And again, squeeze, 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 squeeze. And back up. Let's go again. It's actually hard enough to isolate out that muscle, but do your best. Again, squeeze. Back up a few more times. Squeeze. Back up. And again, squeeze. And relax. Let's do the other leg. Okay. Same again. This one is up. Again, try and squeeze underneath your leg. The biggest squeeze you can do. And back up. Let's go again. Squeeze. And again, squeeze. You might find one leg a bit easier than the other. That's not uncommon. Squeeze. And again, squeeze. Up. Let's go again. Pull, 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 pull. Back up. And again, pull. A few more times. Pull. And the last one. Pull and relax. Okay, shake out your legs a little bit. Okay, I'm going to turn the chair to the side for the next one. Get that out of the way. So you're going to come forwards in the chair. Now this is harder than you think. And it's probably harder on your shoulders than on your hips. But I want you to try and extend your hips as far as you can. And come back down again. Okay? Let's go again. Reach as much as you can. And come back down. And again. Reach, 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 reach. Bring it back down. Let's go again. Reach. Squeeze at the top and then come back down. If you can hold it and squeeze it at the top, that's even better. All the way up. Squeeze. And back down. And again. All the way up. Squeeze. And come back down. Let's do 3 more. All the way up. Squeeze. And come back down 2 more times. Let's go again. Squeeze. And back down. And the last one. Reach, reach, reach. Squeeze. Hold. And relax. Okay. Have a little rest. If you're doing those right, they can be quite tough. That's a very important exercise. Because it's really important that you have strength in your hips and in your glute muscles. Okay? So, let's move to the upper body for a little bit. So get your hands out in front of you. Now I want you to forget about your arms and think about the space between your shoulder blades, okay? There's 2 muscles in there, okay? I want you to squeeze your shoulder blades together, okay? Squeeze at the top and then come back in again. Let's go again. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, pull, yeah, and back in. Let's do a few more. Again, squeeze the shoulder blades together and back. Let's do 2 more of these. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and back. Let's do 2 more. Again, big squeeze. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Right between the shoulders and back in. And then the last one, like this. Let's go again, squeeze. Now, if you have a band, if you own one of these things, you can do the same exercise with this and make it a little bit harder. Again, squeeze your shoulder blades together, bring it back in, and again, squeeze your shoulder blades together, and back in. Let's do a few more. I'll use the band. If you have one, great. If you don't, just use your hands. Again, squeeze right between your shoulders. Forget about your arms. You don't pull with your arms here. Just bring your shoulder blades almost together, and back in. Let's go again. Squeeze. And let's do 1 more. Again, squeeze, 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 squeeze. And relax. Okay. Let's put this down for a second. Shake out your shoulders. There's a few comments I hope people can hear. Oh, great. I can be heard. That's all right. All right. Get your hands here. Now, what's really important here is your hand is behind your ear. Okay? Preferably your hand is behind your ear on both occasions. But if you can't, that's all right. Do your best. If you're slightly in front, that's okay. Hands back here. And think about the same muscles between your shoulder blades. No resistance. Just push, push, push. Reach. And then squeeze your shoulders at the top. So even at the top, try and squeeze these muscles here at the top. Okay? Let's go again. Reach, reach, reach. So reach up and back at the same time. Squeeze at the top and bring it back down. Let's go again. Reach up. The back and squeeze, bring it back down, and again, reach, 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 and squeeze, bring it back down. You keep going, because you can do this with your band as well. I hope this band is long enough. You sit in the band, grab it, and same thing, reach up, and bring it back down, and again, reach up, squeeze at the top, bring it back down, and again, reach up, squeeze at the top, bring it back down. I strongly recommend you get one of these bands. They're very versatile and they make these far more challenging. Go again, reach, 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 squeeze at the top and back down. Let's go again. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze and back down. And again, reach, reach, reach all the way to the top and back down. Let's do 2 more. Again, reach, squeeze at the top, bring it back down, and 1 more time, all the way up, reach, 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 squeeze at the top, and come back down. Okay. Leave your band off to the side if you have one. You don't need it. Okay, what I want you to do is grab your hands behind. So your hands are grabbed behind you here, straight out, and I want you to pull your hands far away from you, out to the back. So you get a big stretch across your chest. Just pull and relax. Let's go again. Pull your chest forwards and your arms away from you to the back. Big stretch across your chest. Again, this is really important, especially for people who sit all day or sit a lot of the time. These muscles get tight and the ones at the back get weak, so it's important that you stretch these and strengthen those ones. So let's do a few more of these. Pull the shoulders apart, or sorry, together even. Pull the chest apart, reach behind with your arms and relax. Let's go again. Pull, 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 pull. And relax. Let's do two more of these. Pull the chest apart, reach away from you behind with the arms. And relax. Let's do one more. Reach away. And relax. Okay, shake out your arms. Okay, we're going to do a bit more for the lower body. We'll do a couple of variations. You stick with the one that's good for you. We are going to do some squats, starting from the chair, and then we'll go behind the chair. I'm going to turn it sideways so you can see a bit better. Okay, so I want you to sit out at the edge of the chair, and then bring your weight onto your feet. So we don't squat from back here, we squat from here. Now drive your feet straight into the ground and try and straighten yourself up. And then sit back down again and relax. If you need to have a table in front of you perhaps, or something to help you pull, that's okay as well. If not, keep going. So again, lean your weight onto the flat of your foot, and then straighten right up and stand and sit back down again. Okay, let's do a few more of these. Lean forwards, load up your feet, and then stand up and sit back down again. We do a few more. Lean forwards, load up the feet, stand up, and back down. Let's go again. Lean forwards, load up the feet, stand up, and then sit back down. And again, lean forwards, stand back up, and sit back down. Okay, a rest. That's version one. If you want to keep doing that, that's perfectly fine. If you're able to and want to do a harder version, stand behind your chair. You can hold on to it, standing fairly close. The chair will help you with balance. Just bend your knees and sit, and then come back up again. Okay, let's do a few more of those. Again, if you need to stay in the chair to do your squats, that's fine. If you're able to do this one, that's fine as well. Again, bend and come back up. And again, bend and come back up. Ideally, your hips should be lower than your knee at the bottom of a squat. But if you can't get as low as I'm getting, this is good. Just do what you can do, all right? So again, sit, and then come back up. And again, sit all the way down, and come back up. Okay, you keep doing that. I want to show you from the front, because there's some important things. So sit right down. Now, if you look at my knees, they're in the same line as my toes, so which is slightly out to the side. You never squat with your legs parallel. Your toes should be slightly turned out, and your knees should follow the line of your toes. So come back up. Let's just sit down. You open at the hips, the knees go out, and then you come back up again. Again, if you want to try this without the chair, that's perfectly fine. It's a good idea. Come back up again. Sit all the way down. So again, look at the knees. They're in line with my toes. And back up. I don't think you can see my toes though. Trust me, they're in line with my toes. Back down again. Come back up. Let's do two more. Again, you could be sitting in your chair for this. You could be standing behind your chair, or you could be doing it just like I'm doing here. All the way down, and all the way back up again. Have a rest. Sit in your chair to have a rest. Okay. See to adjust this for a sec. Alright. Okay, we're going to do all of that again, one more round. So, lift your leg. We might make these a little bit harder. So reach up and squeeze, and back down. Again, reach up and squeeze. Bring it back down. Again, reach up and squeeze, bring it back down. If you want to make that harder, put the other leg over it. It is very difficult. Lift up and back down, but maybe we'll leave that out for tonight. Okay, lift the leg, reach, and back down. I think the other version, you need a pillow under your leg. Again, big squeeze at the top, squeezing the top of your thigh. Bring it back down. Let's go again. Squeeze the top of the thigh and bring it back down. Again, lift, 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 squeeze. Bring it back down. And again, squeeze. Bring it back down. Change legs. I'm going to demonstrate a harder version with the band as well. So again, squeeze. Bring it back down. And again, squeeze. Bring it back down. Again, squeeze. You keep doing that. I'll show you what you can do with your band. You can tie the band around the leg of the chair and your foot. And now you have added resistance. Lift and back down. Again, lift. Oh, that's not supposed to happen. It should stay down there. Lift and bring it back down. And again, lift, bring it back down. The band adds a little bit of resistance and makes it a little bit harder. But if you don't have a band, you can just do the other version where you squeeze at the top. Okay, take my foot out. Keep going. Okay, change legs again. We're going to add the twist. So again, leg up, squeeze and twist. Or twist and squeeze, whichever. And again, lift, rotate and squeeze. Bring it back down. Again, up, rotate, squeeze. Bring it back down. Let's go again. Lift, rotate and squeeze. Bring it back down. Let's do 3 more of these. Lift, rotate and squeeze. Bring it back down. Again, up, rotate. Big squeeze here at the top now, okay? One more time. Lift it up, rotate and squeeze and relax. Let's change legs. Lift the knee first. Okay, extend the leg, rotate, squeeze at the top. Bring it back down. Again, up, rotate, squeeze. Bring it back down. Let's go again. Up, rotate and squeeze. Bring it back down. I think we have 5 left. Let's go. 1, big squeeze at the top. Bring it back down. And again, 2, big squeeze at the top. Bring it back down. And again, lift. 3, big squeeze. Bring it back down. And again, up and squeeze. That's 4. Let's do one more time. All the way up, rotate, squeeze, and back down. Relax. Let's change legs. Now we're going to move on to the bottom of the thigh, or the back of your thigh. So lift your leg. Forget about here now. Keep the knee where it is, but squeeze this muscle here. Bring it back down, squeeze, and back up. And again, squeeze, 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 squeeze. And again, let's go. Squeeze the back of your thigh. Don't forget your calf muscle either, they work together. Squeeze. And again, big contraction underneath the thigh. Again, let's go. Squeeze. 3 more. Again, 2. And one more time. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And 1. Good. Change legs. Other leg up. Same thing. Squeeze the back of the leg. And back up. And again, squeeze. Back up again. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. The important thing with this is the knee stays at the same height, that the knee doesn't drop as you do this exercise. And again, big squeeze. We've 4 left. 1 squeeze, 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 squeeze. 3 more. Squeeze. 2 left. Squeeze. And the last one. Big, big, big squeeze. And relax. Very good. Okay, I'm turning to the side again for the bridge. Okay, hands on the chair. Now try and get as high as you can here. Lift the hips, squeeze. Squeeze your buttocks at the top. Let's go again, all the way up. Squeeze. And back down. And again, let's go again, squeeze. Back down. Let's do a few more, up again. Squeeze. going to do 5 more. So again, up, bring it back down. 4 more. Again, all the way up, big hold, big squeeze. We've 3 left. Let's go again, all the way up. Back down. 2 more. All the way up again. And back down. And then the last one all the way up, reach, 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 squeeze at the top, and bring it back down. Well done. Have a rest. Get my band. So if you're not squeezing your buttocks strong enough in that exercise, you do tend to feel it in your lower back, and it's not nice to feel exercises like that in your lower back. So if you are feeling it in your lower back, you need to work your glutes a bit more, okay? All right. So back to the upper body again. So hands out in front. Remember, between your shoulder blades, squeeze, bring your shoulder blades together, and back again. Again, you can use the band if you want. If you're using a band, make sure your thumbs are up. Thumbs face up, elbows face down. Bring the shoulder blades together and bring it back in. And again, pull it apart and squeeze. Bring it back. And again, pull the shoulder blades together and bring it back. A few more, we'll do 5 more. Here we go, 5. And bring it back. Again, 4. Bring it back. And again, squeeze right between these shoulder blades. 3. And again, squeeze. 2. And one more time. Pull them together. And relax. Well done, have a rest. Okay, we're going to press overhead next. So again, you don't necessarily need the band. It helps. It makes it more interesting. But you've got to squeeze your shoulders, and you've got to squeeze between your shoulder blades, like I said the last time. So now reach, 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 and back down. Very good. Again, reach, 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 and back down. Now, one thing that's important is that you don't shrug as you reach. You must try and keep your neck long for this, okay? Or these muscles are called your traps. Keep your traps down, okay? So again, extend the shoulder and bring it back down. And again, extend at the shoulder, bring it back down. And again, reach, bring it back down. And again, reach, and back down. You keep going. It's going to add the band for interest. So again, keep the traps down and reach up. Oops, sitting on that enough. And again, reach, 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 reach. Bring it back down. And again, don't let the traps lift up. Keep the neck nice and long. Again, reach. And back down. And again, all the way up. Bring it back down. We'll do 5 more. All the way up. 5. And again, 4. That's it. And again, let's go. 3. We're going to do 2 more. 2. And the last one. Let's go. Press, 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 press. 1. And relax. Okay. We don't need the band anymore. Shake out your arms. Let's stretch our chest. So hands behind you. Pull your chest muscles apart. And push your hands far away from you at the back. Big stretch across your chest. And relax. We're going to do 4 more. Let's go again. Reach. Stretch across the chest. Hold it for a couple of seconds. And then relax. Let's do 3 more. Let's go again. Reach. Big stretch across your chest. And relax. Let's do 2 more. Let's go. Stretch, 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 stretch. And relax. And then 1 more time. Reach back. And hold. And relax. Shake out your arms. Now, we didn't do it in the last one, but I've taught you another exercise that might be good for you. When I mentioned about your traps rising up, I think of another exercise. So keep your hands, push your shoulders down. So push straight down. And now keep them there. But at the same time, try and bring your arms all the way up. And then bring them back down again. So this is, the last one was a pressing exercise. This is a rotation one. So keep your shoulders down and your neck long and start to reach all the way up. Or rotate, don't reach too high up. Just rotate at the shoulders. Again, your elbows should try and come slightly behind your ears at the top. Again, reach. This is just mobility work rather than strength work. But but it's very valuable. And back down again, and again. Back down, and a couple more times. Reach. And 2 more. And then 1 more time. Keep the shoulders down. And back. So, there's a big muscle that's here that goes halfway down your back called your traps. And if the top of your traps are dominant over your lower traps, you can end up like this, and you get back pain as well. So it's really important that when you're doing exercises overhead, you keep a long neck and your shoulders suppressed down. Okay, so that's a lesson from today. Always remember that. When you're lifting overhead, don't do this, do this. There's a big difference between this and this. Okay, so we're going to do squats again. Yep, so I'm going to turn my chair. We'll do the 3 variations. We start on the chair. So bring the weight, your weight onto your feet. So at the moment, I'm sitting on the chair, yes, but a lot of my weight is on my feet. So then drive your feet into the ground and stand up. Come back down onto your chair. Let's go again. The weight is on your feet. Drive your feet into the ground and stand up. And again, let's do it again. A few more. Again, drive your feet into the ground, stand up and back down. We'll do 5 more like this. Let's go. Up and back down. Again. Ready? Up. 4. We'll do 3 more. Again, drive through the feet. So drive through your feet into the ground and lift up. And again, 2 more times. Drive into the ground, up. And the last one. Drive into the ground, up. Very good. So variation number 2. So if you want to use your chair, keep doing that. If you prefer to move up to the back of your chair, let's have a few of those. So just keep your hands. The chair is there for your balance, okay? The movement is the same. So bend your knees, push the knees out to the side, and back up again. Let's go again. Sit, 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 sit. And come back up. Again, bend the knees, sitting all the time. Now down here, my weight is distributed through all of my foot, not just back on the heel, and definitely not just on the toe. Okay, and back up. Let's go again. Bend the knees, bend the knees, bend the knees, sit, and come back up. 2 more like this. Bend the knees, and then back up. And then 1 more time. Sit, 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 and back up. Okay, we're going to do 1 more set. Either stay on your chair, stay behind the chair, or take away the chair, whatever suits. So let's assume you're taking away the chair. So stand nice and tall. Again, the weight is evenly distributed on your feet. Toes are slightly turned out. Bend your knees out in the direction of your toes and sit, and then come back up. Again, you don't have to get as low as I'm getting here, but it is good to make sure that your hips end up lower than your knees at the bottom of your squat. Okay? And again, if you've ever looked at a baby squatting down for something, this is what they do. And then we grow up and we lose all our mobility. Again, sit, 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 sit. Come back up. And again, sit nice and smooth and come back up. Let's do 3 more. I have no idea how many we've done. As I said, I can't talk and count at the same time. But no one minds doing a few extra ones. And come back up. And then the last one, sit all the way down and back up. Okay, have a rest. Sit on your chair. Okay, that's a fair amount of work for people who don't log on to internet very often for this, like me. So I'm going to do some stretches. So the first one I want you to do is straighten your leg out and then just lean slightly forwards into it. Especially if you're not doing this type of work very often, you've done a lot of work tonight, okay? And then relax. Again, straighten out the other leg. When the leg is straight, lean into it. I'm going to show you these 2 stretches from the side in a second, because it's really important that your back is properly aligned. So I'm going to turn my chair. Same thing. Big tall back, okay? So you don't want to round. You're not really getting a stretch here. But if you keep a big chest and just hinge from the hip. So the movement comes from the hip here. Okay, now you'll get a good stretch along the back of your leg, which is what you're trying to get. Okay, stretch, stretch, stretch. Only go as far as you can. And if it's painful, back off a little bit. But also bear in mind that if it's painful on the back of your leg, you're probably doing it right. Again, keep the toes pointed up and relax, come back in again. And again, just sit forwards, reach, and come back in. And one more time, stretch forwards. Again, keep that back tight, and then come back in. Okay. So if you're able to, put one leg over the other. So now my ankle isn't on my knee. My shoe is mostly on my foot, okay? And I want you to just very gently push your knee down, okay? You get a strong stretch back here, okay? Only go as far as you can, and don't make it too uncomfortable, because it certainly can be uncomfortable. And then relax off again, and let's do another one. Just push very gently and slightly. Or again, only working through the range of motion that you can do. And relax. And let's do one more time. Again, remember to sit up tall, sit up nice and straight. Nice stretch and relax. So each time you do this, you'll probably get a little bit further every time. Let's change legs. Again, it's mostly your shoe that's on your leg. Again, I'll just push very gently down here. A few seconds and then relax. And again, push down and relax. Let's do one more time. Again, sit up nice and tall. Big stretch. And relax. Okay, I'm going to move to the back of the chair. Again, the chair is there to help you. So just hold your hand there, lift one leg and straighten it up. Now when you're doing this stretch, it's important that this knee isn't the way out here, that it's in line with the other knee. It's also important that it's not out here, that it's in nice and tight, okay? So stretch, stretch, stretch. This can also be done on the chair by moving to the side, just bringing your foot back and just letting it hang a little bit and then pushing down. You'll get a similar type of stretch. If you're on your chair, straight down into the ground, push your knee towards the floor. You'll get a nice stretch along the quad as well. That's your quadriceps muscle. So let's do the other side. Again, nice and tall, knees are together. And you stand as tall as you possibly can. And again, as I said, if you're using a chair, same thing, get your knee facing down and push straight down. Push your knee towards the floor. You get a long stretch across here, which is equally good for you. Okay, so I'm going to go back into the middle of my chair, interlock your fingers, reach forwards, and I want you to round. Make the top of your back nice and round. Reach, reach, reach. Now while you're here, I want you to try and get up nice and tall. Get your elbows behind your ears if possible. Again, sit as tall as possible, but try not to over-arch your back. Very good, bring your arms down to the side. We'll do that again. Reach forwards. Again, push, 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 push. And now bring it straight up overhead. Don't over-arch your lower back, but try and get your elbows behind. And relax. We'll do one more of those. It's a nice stretch. Again, interlock your fingers, stretch forwards, reach up, and relax. Now we did it during the workout, but bring your hands behind, stretch across your chest. Again, this one is really important for people who have to sit for long periods of time. Stretch, 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 and relax. We'll do one more of those. Stretch across. And relax. Okay, we've a couple of more stretches. We're just going to turn back into the center. Once you sit up nice and tall, reach up and then reach over, but don't go too far over. You're reaching straight up and a slight bend at the top. So you're getting a stretch along here. Again, your hand should be behind your head, not in front. Should reach this way, and you can support yourself with the other hand if you need to. Okay, let's change sides. Reach up and across. Reach, reach, reach. And bring it back in. Okay. Right, grab your chair. Just very easily, just go side to side. Again, let your shoulders drop, let them droop a bit. Okay, let's do our circle. You can relax your hands now. Let's do our circles. Again, alternating sides here, that's important. And relax. Okay, I want you to grab the chair and sit up tall. So pull against the chair and then reach sideways. Just knock your head sideways. Get a big stretch along here. By pulling against the chair, it benefits. And now look up. Come back down and relax. Let's change sides. Grab your chair. Tilt first. Get the stretch here first. And now slowly look up. Again, keeping that stretch. And relax. Okay. Sit forward in your chair. Just make big circles. Try to loosen out a lot of that stuff. Obviously, if you're sitting and doing these circles, your hands have to come forwards. Go in the other direction. And then just side to side. Hopefully you're getting loose now. And relax. Okay, well done. That's everything. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got something of value out of this. If you have any questions or there's something you want to ask, either get in touch with me directly or email Fiona and she'll get in touch with me or whatever. But I hope you enjoyed this and talk to you soon. All the best. Take care.